What is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we are watching TSM Doublelift highlights on the screen for this video because Doublelift is headed back to TSM. This is reported just about under an hour ago by ESPN. Obviously some big sources. It's obviously very credible that he is going to be headed back to Team Solo Mid for the summer split. This is insane news. It came out recently that Team Liquid was going to be shopping Doublelift, potentially trying to trade him, potentially trying to get rid of him. People weren't really sure where he was going to end up because there weren't a ton of good options. It did come out that TSM was a heavy favorite with other teams like FlyQuest and Evil Geniuses potentially being involved and maybe wanting in on him. This story is very, very crazy, and we're going to be breaking it down in this video. I'm going to be giving my opinions and stuff, and hopefully you guys will be giving your opinions too. This is obviously an insane story because Doublelift is regarded as possibly the greatest North American player of all time. Bjergsen has residency, so a lot of people will say Bjergsen as well. Just LCS players in general, since they have the longevity of like being consistent championship contenders, championship winners, having high performance levels. And just probably one of the best Western AD carries of all time, definitely the best North American AD carry of all time. He's rivaled by Sneaky in terms of like international performances and stuff in tandem with their domestic performances and everything like that. But he has so many championships. He's always been on great teams until this split with Team Liquid, where everything soured, everything went wrong. He's had a history of motivational issues. This split with Team Liquid, a split with TSM before, international struggles with TSM previously. But obviously, Doublelift is down low right now. TSM hasn't been to a final since losing him. They did go to one final, but they haven't won any championships since losing him. They've had their fair share of struggles. Doublelift's having his fair share of struggles. And what's crazy is that Doublelift is dating Lena, who is very high up in the TSM organization. So that makes things really, really interesting and crazy as well. But this story is just insane. Kabe did not have a great split for TSM. He was an amazing team fighter at times, but he had high gold share, did low damage. He was pretty inconsistent, just as all of TSM were. And he's also a very quiet player, and at times TSM clearly lacked coordination and leadership and just issues like that, where the team was never on the same page. They have shot calling issues. They're very, very proactive and strong in the early game, but then they struggle to make mid game and late game plays to win games. They struggle to make plays together. And by having a very vocal, very dominant voice in the team, TSM could become a very, very great team. Doublelift, I think, is for sure better than Kabe. I think maybe you could argue he didn't have a better split than him, but when you look at their careers, he's for sure going to be a better player. I think he will be an upgrade overall. The story is really, really weird for Kabe because he really wanted to be on TSM. He was very excited to be on the team. He left EU to come over here, and none of us know if he would have left to come to NA for any other teams or where he's going to end up now. Is he going to end up on an NA team? Is there a spot for him? Possibly he could go over to a very good team like Evil Geniuses if Bang does end up leaving. There are a few other teams that could potentially work out. Is he going to go back to EU? Is there going to be a spot on a good EU team for him? He obviously left a very good position in Splice to come over to TSM, so that's going to be insane. But I think this is a really, really crazy, insane story. Having Bjergsen and Doublelift back on the same team, the last time they played together, it was amazing results. They were one of the best North American teams of all time. Obviously, things didn't always work out at Worlds and stuff, but at this point, TSM would love to have those problems again, since obviously they have fallen from grace quite a bit since then. But having them back together with a lot of talent also on the team, Doublelift and Biofrost coming back together, they have amazing synergy. They make a really, really great lane. And Biofrost has grown up a ton since then. He's matured. He's a more vocal, strong, dominant player. Also having Broken Blade and Dardoch, very talented top jung duo with a ton of talent and potential ahead of them in the future. This team could be very, very good, and I'm going to be very, very excited to see. I've been a longtime TSM fan, and while I'm not the biggest Doublelift fan in the world, I do appreciate what he brings, his leadership, his intangibles, his mentality. When he's focused, he's one of the most focused, driven, competitive players in the entire League of Legends scene. But obviously, when he has those motivation issues, it can be trouble. But I'm not really concerned about that because Summer Split matters a ton. He wants to make it to Worlds. He wants to win more championships. And he's coming off a split where he didn't even make the playoffs. So he's going to come back very, very rejuvenated, re-energized. And we're going to get to see just what Doublelift has left in him. And I think coming back together with Bjergsen, with all the talent and history and everything on TSM, I think it could be really, really awesome. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Doublelift coming back to TSM? Where do you think Kabe is going to end up? What do you think TSM is going to do in the summer? Definitely subscribe to date on all my latest content. Hopefully, catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.